I was $48,000 in debt in 2018, and I have been in debt. I had been in debt at least 4 or 5 times in my lifetime before this. I don't know if it was ever that much, and I'm not including school loans, but when I got to that point, I just did not want to feel the oppression that I experienced with that debt. I did not want to feel like I had to choose a certain career or job just to make enough money to pay for my life. I wanted to be coming at it from a different perspective. I wanted to create financial abundance, not from a place of trying to keep up with something I had already spent money on. It just did not feel good to me. And it just didn't feel good to me because of many things, probably from my history, but also having been in and out of debt so many times. And I felt like a ball and chain. And I was at my church, and a woman shared a testimonial that definitely made less money than me, and how she paid off this sum that was more than me in the time period that she did it. And I was floored. I ended up talking to her and learning more about it and with her. And she had gone down the Dave Ramsey journey. And I don't know all the details of what she did. If it was just like, there's a program that he does, you can buy this book, because I ended up doing a part of that with a group of people. She was on a mission. And when you get on that mission, like, she was selling stuff, money was coming to her. Like, when you get clear about something, the universe conspires to support you. I decided that was it. I ended up paying off my last credit card in 2020, and then I paid off my car in 2021. And my goal was always to be financially solvent, where I could afford the life that I'm living with whatever I'm bringing in. It was such a powerful experience. I tracked my expenses. If anybody wants to know the details of how I did that, I'd be happy to share it. What I wanted to share in this video was that it is possible. And it's what I made the decision. And then I employed some practices and some support. And what was also really important, and what I wanted to share in this video, understanding my money story and understanding all the feelings I had around it and what I grew up around. And that was just helpful, because then I could live my life in conscious awareness of it. I grew up with scarcity. I grew up with parents that didn't have a lot. I grew up with a Mexican father who came from a very poor family, where the kids, some of them didn't even finish school. They went to work to add money to their family. And my mom grew up with Depression era parents my grandmother, I remember hearing this, she fed a family of 6 on his $75 a week salary. Just that, never having enough. And as a kid, not getting certain things, and all that left an imprint. So you have a money story. You have a belief system around money. You have a relationship with money. When you decide to look at that, to become aware of that, and to be in charge of that versus it basically being in charge of you without your conscious awareness, then everything shifts. Everything shifts. Not only can you approach goals with your finances and change them, but you can just take that dynamic and no longer also feel all the feelings. And I don't want to project onto you, but I know I felt shame. I know I felt uncomfortable. I had a lot of wealthy white friends growing up. And I remember not too long ago having a conversation with one of my dear friends and her mom. And it was the first time I shared openly about certain things that I was going through, because I had always tried to keep part of it, because I just didn't feel like I could meet that scale of living. And that stuff that we experience when we're young, it follows us. I actually did create a quiz that can support you. It's inspired by attachment theory. It starts to open up the awareness on what is your default emotional pattern on how you relate with money, and how you likely relate with other important things, because that's usually our default styles can touch other parts of our life, but it becomes a place of empowerment. If that's of interest to you, I encourage you to take the quiz. The link will be in the comments somewhere and in my bio. I'm also going to be hosting a 90-minute workshop. I designed this workshop specifically for women because I want to give you a jump start. I want to give you the opportunity to become aware on a deeper level, your money story, to get connected to the money mist, to become more connected to the money transfer that's happening right now, that's going to be happening, that you are a recipient of, and to jumpstart, to ignite making a shift and getting clear on your money goals. It will, if you choose to join, it will absolutely shift your relationship with money. If you come and you go all in, you will absolutely leave with awarenesses and awakenings and more clarity about what you can do next to start to shift your relationship with money. Because you might be somebody who makes a lot of money, but you don't necessarily take care of that money very well. Or maybe you have a lot of money, but you have discomfort because you feel bad that you have money and other people don't have money. Like we are so interesting as humans. Becoming connected to that and shining a light on that is just power. It's empowerment. And I am all about empowering women because the more we feel safe and empowered, the more we will be fully ourselves. And the world needs that more than ever. All right. Thank you for listening. My name is Jennifer Herrera. I appreciate you so much. Until next time.